Alright, so here we have a couple examples with rectangle and squares, finding the area of each, and maybe not having the exact information we need, so we got to work through it a little bit. So example 3, we're going to find the area of the rectangle. Now to find the area of a rectangle, if we remember, area is equal to base times height. Well, we have our base right here, so we know that our base is 20, but what we don't have is the height of our rectangle. Well, good thing they gave us this diagonal right there, because that gives us a right triangle. And anytime you have two sides of a right triangle, we have ways to find the third side. You can always use Pythagorean Theorem. I'm a fan of triples because it saves me work. So I notice 25 and 20 can be divided by 5. So if I divide by 5, I get 4. I divide this by 5, and I get 5. That means that this will be 3 because it is a 3, 4, 5 triple. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the 3, our missing side, we have to multiply it by 5 now, and we get 15. So our height is equal to 15. So to find the area, we're going to take base times height, so 20 times 15, and we are going to get 300. And then they did not tell us the unit, so we're going to say units and then squared because that is area. Alright, we love those right triangles. Moving on to example 4. Find the area of the square. So we've got the square. Again, that's going to be, a right angle right there. If we can figure out what the side length is, then we'll just take side squared, area equals the side squared, then we can find the area. So, because we don't know what the side is, let's go ahead and I'm just going to use x's for now. If that's x, then this side also has to be x. We do have a right triangle, so we can set up Pythagorean Theorem. We can say x squared plus x squared, so a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Well, these are like terms. We'll go ahead and combine those and get 2x squared equals 64. And then divide both sides by 2, and x squared equals 32. Square root both sides, and x equals the square root of 32. Now normally, we'd probably like to reduce that square root of 32, but I'm just thinking ahead in the problem a little bit. We're going to keep that as is, and I'll show you why in a minute. So we know that each side is the square root of 32. Let's go back to our area formula. Area is equal to side squared, and now we know that the side is the square root of 32. So the reason why I didn't worry about reducing that is because I knew I was going to end up squaring it right now. So if you remember, anytime that you square a square root, they basically cancel each other out, leaving us with just the 32. And because this is an area measurement, we're going to say units squared. And we're done.